Full study session for Tuesday, July 8th, 2025 at 6 p.m. We're going to go ahead and go on to two. A for old business, discussion on the approval of resolution 2025-15 in agreement with Yakima Document Solutions for the printer services. The wrong one. Okay. So the contract is on page 15. Yes. So we did talk about this at our last meeting. And we brought numbers back if that's what you were wanting, correct, Buddy? The contract, yeah. So,
Because it was costing too much to get it fixed, is that right?
so now we're at, let's see. The lease payment would be 143.38 at, or six, they have it on their PC, there's 60 months. On number one, if you go down to two, it's still 60 months. And where is the amount on this, Marty?
I guess it's total 196.74. I mean,
Is that gonna be,
79.
that gonna be a monthly, or is that the total? Monthly, okay. So roughly 200 a month.
Right now, we're paying $421 a month.
A month?
And it keeps on getting
So if we go with this,
jammed.
then we only pay about $200 a month?
Yes, so I don't know, when is our contract up, Sophia?
In October.
So would it go through October, or would we just, we have to go ahead and stop now and pay it out, and then, okay.
Yeah, no, we're
We'll
gonna
have
pay
to
that.
finish out.
So we need to get that approval tonight, so we can, stop with the other company and then start with this one.
Well, it'd still be cheaper stopping it than staying on it until October, because that's double. What do you think, Mary?
yeah,
I agree on that.
I agree with you.
And I know that we've been having a lot of problems with them,
Cost us a fucking money.
Yeah. Okay.
and those have been here for quite a while, haven't they? Okay. How about Fred, do you have anything to add?
No, I say yes.
Of those?
No.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and go on to, 3, new business. Discussion of the approval ordinance 2025-1196, an ordinance of the city of Hampton, Washington, rezoning the parcels 230931-34001 and 230931-3440 or 481 from residential district R-1 to high density resident R-2. We will be having a public hearing regarding this matter.
So what does that mean from residential to high
What's the change?
So it allows for a higher density of residential development, so the land, I don't know if it's been completed the purchase of it yet, but their intent, if the rezone is approved, is to subdivide it into 1 acre lots and build apartment buildings on those 1 acre lots. And the R2 zoning district, I believe, allows for with the minimum lot size. And I can look it up, but the way that the code is written is, I believe the first 4 units are a certain number of square feet, and then each additional unit is, I'll say 1,500 additional square feet for the minimum lot size. So they can end up with a density of 25 people per acre. So they're looking at developing apartments that would be around that density.
Thank you.
And I believe that the applicant is intending to develop some of them himself and then sell some of the other ones for others to develop.
And this is the one over by the high school, correct?
It's on the north side of Arts Fox.
Okay.
So in, those things I handed out that are the aerial imagery,
Up on
At the-
Monroe?
yeah, on the top of them, it says what that aerial image is for. So you can see one of them, it says the foresight rezone. So those are the two lots in that area that was going to be, the subject of the hearing.
Any questions, Diane?
No.
Mary?
No.
Gary? Bill?
How many total pharmacies do you planning on making?
So if it all goes according to plan, I want to say that there were 8 acres. And if 8 of them are developed fully, that would be 200 apartments. That being said, I mean, that it may be somewhere in the middle, but the focus of the hearing is the rezone. While there can be a discussion on what may come next for development, but any sort of development that happens in the future will be a separate process that it needs to go through. So if there's a subdivision that they pursue, there'll be a subdivision process that'll go through, and they'll need to go and do all of that and get those approvals separately. So that the focus of the hearing is only on changing it from R1 to R2. But to answer your question, I want to say it would be right around 200.
So, we're gonna go ahead and move on. To B. Discussion on the approval of resolution 2025-18, a resolution approving the preliminary subdivision submitted by Mario Herrera. Approximately 7.14 into 31 residential lots, hereby known as New Beginnings. And we'll go into a public hearing, right now at the regular, okay. So, any questions on this one, Diane?
I know.
Mary?
I don't.
Mary?
No.
I said it.
Which one's this one, Memorial area? Is that the one over on High School Road?
Yes, yeah, between high school and Euclid. So there's I believe it was the Catholic Charity subdivision. Where there's it's kind of goes around and it.
The loop, here on high school
yeah.
road.
Yeah. And it has where you go in and it's, Sevilla Street, George Street and Skillstead Street. And then there's the city park. It's immediately to the east of that. So it's, just southeast of Arts Fox Elementary and kind of northeast of the old high school. So there's that big field that's there.
Oh, no, that's a different one, yeah.
That's, and then that aerial,
That's the one over here where I don't know what
that's
the,
this one here.
yeah, that's this one here.
So you see where these roads are, this.
Yeah, thin, right there.
Yes, sir.
Now, how many are you planning on putting in there?
It's 31 lots total, and he's proposing it in 3 phases, so that would end up being 31 homes upon the complete build out. Single family,
Single family, right?
yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay. Any more questions on that? Okay, we're gonna go ahead, and
Can we wrap this up to old business? I was just wondering, are we gonna discuss Annie's? The money we owe him?
oh, yes. Were you able to get that information?
With the wrong here,
No, I haven't been able to get that part of it.
You don't know how much it is?
I can. Well, it was $9 grand for hydrogen water sewer. But That's the fun part, right?
It was 500 and something, and something.
The permits are 500, but in total, it's 90,000 for water, sewer, with permit.
But because there was already existing at the complex. Or where he built the duplex, there was already existing line, but he got charged again.
Yeah, we haven't been able to.
Taking it.
Maybe for the next meeting.
Yeah, more of
Try
the.
to have it.
Thank you, I get that.
Later on, I try to.
Okay, with that, oh, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and, Sergeant, we're gonna go ahead and, discuss the purchase of computer and laptops for the Mapleton Police Department.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I believe I brought this up on the computers when Steve was here. That our computers are gonna be basically obsolete here in October. And I had gotten a quote. We never did follow through with the purchase of the computers, and unfortunately now the quote has gone up, an extra, I believe, $1,000. Our computers in our patrol cars and in the office are no longer gonna be good as of October. They told us already, Vision, that they will be obsolete. We cannot update or anything. They're basically say, gonna be garbage. So with that said, I've gone to Vision and I've gotten a new quote, as of now. And to make the purchase for 5, computers in our vehicles. And 5, computers. And, no, I'm sorry, 4 computers in the patrol room. Basically, the chief's computer, my computer, and 2 computers for the patrol. So a total of 9 computers. And I believe everybody got the quote from Vision. I pretty, okay. As you guys can see, the price there on the last page, updated totals, is 22,596.84 for all 9 computers. Yeah, I mean, honestly, we don't have a choice. I mean, I'm here to let you guys know that. Sorry, but yeah.
Now, is that the only quote you have right now? For
Well,
those?
yeah, because Vision is basically the only place that does these computers for all the departments, basically. They set up
Okay.
all our spillmen and all the running programs that we need, as all the local departments also have, and they all go through Vision to all.
Vision.
Yeah, so that we can all communicate with each other. So that's why we're going through Vision, like Sunnyside and County and everybody else basically goes through Vision. Yeah.
And you said how much that was?
Yeah, it's there on the back of this page here. It's 22,596 with 84 cents. Yeah, it's not by no means I'm saying that it's cheap or anything like that. But
You
Said-
can get 'em.
yeah, if we don't have them, you're gonna have officers sitting on their hands because we're not gonna know what's going on. Without a computer nowadays, you're pretty much,
Yeah, that's
especially in
what
law
you really-
enforcement.
You really have to have.
Yeah, well, we can't make
choice.
reports, we can't do anything, without the computers. So, basically we'll have law enforcement sitting in the office and,
And I do remember that, the former chief had said that, the ones that we had, they were eventually gonna need to be updated or we would need to get new ones, so.
and I contacted, what's his name, with Vision, I can't remember.
Dalton?
Dalton, I'm sorry, Dalton, and I asked, is there any computer that we can save? Is there any computer in the patrol office, in the program that we can save that maybe be good for another year or something, and maybe we can wait on that one a year? And he says, no, I'm sorry, he says, all your computers are done. He says that in October, everything you have is gonna be gone. So I did ask, if we could, our patrol, any computer that we could, says no, everything's too old and everything's gonna be obsolete by October. So in October, if we don't have computers, we're hurt. Officers can't arrest people, we can't write reports, we can't do pretty much anything. So,
Oh, we need to get that. To
No, if we need it, we need it.
We need it, because then they won't be able to work.
yeah, I mean, it, basically, public safety, because, I mean, like today, we arrested a guy, you know, he ran out of a computer, he had a warrant, boom, picked him up, drove him to jail. I think we've done 3 arrests this week. So, you know, and everything's on warrants, you know, we run them on the computer, got warrants, pick them up, so take them to jail. You know, so,
I forgot, we need to computers, so.
How long do these normally last?
I believe, and I will get that from Dalton, but I believe he had told me the last time was like 10 or more years. But I will ask and I will let you guys know that for sure. You know, I will ask Dalton, and so like that, I don't give you bad information either. Okay,
When did we get these, the ones that you have now?
I have no idea, Tootie. I have no idea when.
I think
they came from the sheriff's department, no?
the,
I think so.
yeah, sheriff's and Sunnyside.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, Garcia had already told us, you know,
We
they were
used
gonna need to,
to.
couple of years. But he didn't wanna purchase anything at that time.
Yeah, because they were still good for, yeah, I mean, if you got 2-3 years out of them, I mean, great. I mean, I wanted to see if I can get a year out of one of them or something, and unfortunately, you know, Dalton told me, no, all your computers are gonna be obsolete in October. So like, okay, well,
Alrighty, we'll go ahead and when we come back on our next meeting, we'll have that.
all right, yeah, and on the next meeting, I'll let you guys know for sure, on how long these have been, I have no idea, and how long they're good for. And of course, you know, as you guys well know, you probably can't know how long they can be good for because, you know, technology keeps on changing so rapidly that, you know, it's kind of like our cell phones. You think they're good, 3-4 years, they're obsolete. Yeah,
So,
yeah, so,
yeah, I'd say go forward with it.
yeah. And I will also let you guys know if we're not too late by next week, because of course, a purchase has to be done. He needs to purchase them, he needs to install the, you know, and I'm sure that's not gonna happen in 1 or 2 weeks. You know, I'm sure that's gonna probably take him, you know, several weeks to purchase them, or a month, month and a half. So I just don't want, I wanna get it done as soon as possible.
You guys need to get it.
Yeah, because I don't want the city to be with police officers sitting down. You know, and I mean, we're not here to do that. All right,
Great, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Okay, with that, we're gonna go ahead and adjourn the meeting at 6:17.